Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 21 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for loving the support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of today's episode, we're quickly going to look at the games that lie ahead. Up first, we're in the Cup taking on Huddersfield, that being the FA Cup on the 23rd of January. We then take on Manchester United away from home in the Carabao Cup, the second leg. We, of course, won the first leg 5-1. We're away from home at Old Trafford. That is going to be today's simulated game. And then, of course, we're back at home to take on Wolverhampton Wanderers for the final game in today's episode, which, as me mentioning, Manchester United is going to be the game we simulate today. We're 5-1 up in the first leg, so I'm thinking we should easily cruise in the second leg by a simulation, leaving Huddersfield and Wolves to be the two games played. Now, of course, we're playing Huddersfield in the FA Cup. In our first round of our FA Cup, we played against Arsenal and beat them 2-1. Of course, I play a very rotated team. I play the kids, I play the youngsters to see how far they can go in the likes of the Carabao Cup and, of course, the FA Cup. Now we're getting pretty far into the Carabao Cup, and I do believe we're in the, I want to say the quarterfinals against United. Now I'll start playing a slightly better team because we've got a chance. It's within reach now of us getting through from Manchester United. Will put us in the semi-finals, and then we go again and we're through to the finals. So we'll start playing a slightly better team now we're further on into the competition. Now, in the last episode, I told you guys for episode 14, I would be bringing back the hashtag comment conference. I can only apologise, but I'm not going to be. And the reason for this, guys, is at the moment, I am grinding it out. Yesterday was bonfire night. I recorded 2 episodes. I recorded episode 12 and I recorded episode 13. This is episode 14 and I'm recording this the very next morning, nice and early on. I've literally got out of bed and I'm straight recording and on the grind. Because I haven't put those 2 last episodes up, I've still got one hashtag comment conference question from episode 11, but one isn't enough for me to actually do it. So I'm going to put it back to episode 15. I can only apologise about this, guys, but I'm sure you'd rather be having content than rather be having just the hashtag comment conference, because it would mean I have to delay videos and delay recording in order to get the questions in. So by the time I've finished recording this one, episode 12 will have been up. I'm going to record tomorrow, so episode 13 will be edited, and hopefully we'll get a couple more questions on episode 12, so then in episode 15, I can look at episode 11 and 12, answer those questions in episode 15. Yes, it means we're a little bit behind, but I'd rather be ahead with recording and have content to put out for you guys than be waiting on questions for comment conference. It's important to me to keep grinding out, working hard, and especially with next-gen consoles right around the corner, I need to really be boxing off Season 1 of the Liverpool career mode before I move over to next-gen. So I've got to keep grinding. Today is the 6th of November. They come out on the 10th, so I've only got 4 days to grind out and record as much as I can. I can't delay that on the fact of the hashtag comment conference, but hopefully that clears things up for you guys. The other thing I want to mention is in the last episode, episode 13, there will have been a straw poll asking you guys about should we sign a new defender. 3 options of defenders, should I say, and the 4th option is no, don't sign a defender. Now, just to quickly give you a recap in case you've missed that last episode, it is going to be down below in the comment section and the description again, that same straw poll, because we're going to finish today's episode, end it on the 31st of January, and we will start the very next episode, kicking off with ending the transfer window, meaning today, this episode is your last chance to get your vote in. The 3 players that we currently have on our list and are currently linked with in real life from Liverpool is Koulibaly, Upamecano and Skimrar. The 4th option is no, Brad, don't sign a defender. And I understand that a few of you may go for no, don't sign a defender, because the only reason in real life the Liverpool board have gave Jurgen Klopp the green light is because we're now potentially without Virgil van Dijk for a very long period. And the likes of Joe Gomez, who's probably not up there just yet, the likes of Matip, who can't stay fully fit, Sepp Van Berg's not good enough yet, Nathaniel Phillips, Williams, they're all very young, and it's a lot of pressure to be playing them week in and week out alongside Gomez, hoping they can fill the shoes of Virgil van Dijk. It's just not going to happen. So the board have given Jurgen Klopp the green light to go and sign a centre-back if he wishes. Those 3 centre-backs we're currently linked with are those 3 centre-backs you can see on screen: Koulibaly, Upamecano and Skimrar. But obviously in this career mode, we don't actually have Virgil van Dijk out with a long-term injury. So we're still going to play Virgil van Dijk and Gomez. But had we bring one of these players in, maybe they get ahead of Gomez, maybe we rotate them with Gomez. We'll have to wait and see. But if we're going to keep it realistic and Liverpool do sign one of these players, then it's probably in our best interest to also sign them. But enough on transfers. Enough on hashtag comment conference. I love doing the hashtag comment conference, guys, but I also love making content for you, so I want to keep pushing this out. Up first, we are taking on Huddersfield in the Emirates FA Cup. I'm excited for this game because we get to really rotate the team. We're in the round 4 or round 3 opponent was Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, which wasn't an easy game. Coming into this game, I'm feeling a lot more relaxed. It's Huddersfield. I feel like we've got a much stronger team, and you can see a few players now getting a starting debut for Liverpool. One of them being Dennis Zakaria that we signed from Borussia Mönchengladbach just a couple of weeks ago. He's been coming on as a sub for Fabinho, but today he gets to start in this Liverpool team. But you can now see the lineup. We've gone with Diego Jota out on the left wing, Patson Daka at striker, Ismail Assar out on the right wing, Lewis Morton linking up with Naby Keita in the central midfield roles. A little deeper, we've got Dennis Zakaria in the central defensive midfield, and then Tsimikas, Matip, Kabak and Williams at the back with Gazaniga between the sticks. I'm not sure why Tsimikas has got the captain's armband, but we'll just roll with it. It's been given automatically to him. We'll roll with it. Let's get into this game against Huddersfield and hopefully progress through to the next stages of the FA Cup. I feel like when we put this team out against Arsenal, it was a bit of a risk. I think we've got a great team, but when we're going against the likes of Aubameyang, Harvey Barnes, Lacazette, William, it's tough to play a rotated team and a team that don't play week in and week out. They haven't gelled together. They don't understand each other like our starting 11. So it's always a bit of a risk. But I feel when you're coming up against a team like a Huddersfield, it's a perfect opportunity to put these players out, let them gel together, let them explore what each other can do, let them show off their flair and ability. And hopefully they can do that and dominate against Huddersfield, as it is going to be Patson Daka to get us kicked off in this first half period. Let's get it underway, lads, and come on. The next round of the FA Cup is within our sights. Tsimikas now going to run there of Diego Jota. It's a beautiful ball from Tsimikas. Jota probably going to have to put this in first time though to keep it in. Ball coming in. Patson Daka on the volley. It's a great save from Piera. Wow, what a start for Liverpool. Playing great football at the moment, Huddersfield. We've got to be very, very cautious here. Ball in behind. Is he going to be offside? He's not. Ball's going to come in. Grant gets there. Thankfully, Gazaniga was there. And I'm going to kick this out now. I thought I was going to have Diego Jota towards the back sticks. We're going to put the ball in. I'm now going to try and get Lewis Morton on it. Lewis Morton's going to run this down now. Diego Jota going to try and win this back. And we're going to give the ball away again. And that was a shocking half, you know. That was a really, really bad half. I mean, what did Huddersfield have? 80% of the ball, maybe even more. We really struggled to break them down. It wasn't a great half. Let's have a look at the match facts. They had 72% of the ball. A lot of possession from Huddersfield, and I feel like that's sort of the game that they're playing. They want to keep all the ball, that's why they got the ball. We, of course, can't score. Now, other than Morton, who's been running around like a madman, Joel Matip, everyone else has just been sitting and cruising, controlling the ball nicely. I think fitness is going to come into this. It's great Huddersfield having the ball, but how long can they last with this ball as Huddersfield, all the teams, are getting us kicked off in this second half period. Play it through, and then straight through there to Sarr. Sarr's in behind, on his stronger right foot. Should be! Oh, Sarr, in situations like that, you've got to be burying it. And he hasn't. Gini now moving forward. Go over this far side. Now we'll go to Sarr, who's going to get it behind. This time, Sarr, you've got to bury it. It's Miley Sarr, and again, Piera pulls off an incredible save. At least this time, he actually challenged the keeper. We have got 10 minutes to get something out of this game here, lads. Otherwise, it's going to a replay. Come on. Cut out. Now look for Mane over that far side. Mane now coming forward. Mane really going to have to make the difference here. Sadio Mane does make the difference. It's a tactical substitution to bring Sadio Mane onto the pitch to make the difference. And he does just that. He nearly gets a penalty as well. I'm pretty sure it was in the box as the defender slid in. I put this ball over. Oh, it'd be just before the box. But if I kept running into the box, he may have caught him. But Sadio Mane doesn't need more than one chance. We know the skill and the absolutely outstanding player that he is, and he does manage to put us in the lead 1-0. Finally, we've put Huddersfield at bay. If they do go on to score from this, we're going to get rid of that with Dennis Zakaria. Let's chase it down and play it out wide now to Ismail Assar, and we look to go again. I've got now Sadio Mane through the middle. Oh, that must be close. Ref, give me a replay on that. Give me a replay on that. I thought I timed that perfect. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, fair enough. He is just offside. Let's go back to Patson Daka. Sadio Mane, this time we're going to try and time it well. Sadio Mane going to get there. Pulling across now, looking for Ismail Sarr. Oh, he's missed it. He has slid in and missed the ball. How? Ismail Sarr has not been in great form today. Chance after chance, and he gets a chance there to smash it in the opposite way to keep us moving, and unfortunately, he bottles it. Let's play it over now to Daka. Daka in behind, takes a touch. Patson Daka on the volley. Oh, just by the goal. He deserved that. He's been making some great runs, Patson Daka. Unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be. I think we're just going to have to see this game out for a 1-0. Can we find something else out of this game? We will certainly try. It's Patson Daka with a little bit of skill. Patson Daka going to get past his man. Patson Daka looks to dink one in. It's still Patson Daka who cuts back onto his right foot, lets a bullet fly, and he does get his goal. The Huddersfield players fall to the ground, and to be honest, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. That's such a lucky goal and well worked from Patson Daka. The other thing is before Mane come on, Huddersfield deserves something out of this game. But then we just changed it up, and then you get a goal like that where Patson Daka shrugs off the defender and smashes it. It was an absolute bullet. The keeper blinked, manages to get a hand to it, but only to put it into the back of the net. It was that strong, and Patson Daka gets his second goal in the Emirates FA Cup. I'm pretty sure, as the referee watches the game get kicked off again, the referee does blow his half-time whistle. Anfield is bouncing. Condolences to Huddersfield. It was tough that. It's going to be a tough one for Huddersfield to swallow because honestly, in that first half, they controlled the ball nicely. They had a couple of chances, but the main thing is they kept hold of that ball. When we see the possession stats, okay, we managed to have a little bit more possession in the second half, but they had 65% of the ball. Just unfortunately, they couldn't break us down. They couldn't do anything with it. So 2 shots, only 1 on target. It wasn't going to be enough on the day. Especially, and I'm quite shocked at this, we had 10 shots, 8 on target. Pierre between the sticks for Huddersfield had a brilliant game. He kept 6 shots on target out, only let 2 in and let him 1 in very late on in the 92nd minute. So in reality, Pierre had done very well there. Pierre had done very well between the sticks. In fact, Huddersfield all round done very well. Just unfortunately not strong enough to keep it going in the second half. And I did think in the second half we would push on. Had to make a couple of changes, bringing Gini and Sadio Mane on. Mane made the difference with an instant impact. Patson Daka picks up man of the match with a 9.6. And we march on ready to take on Manchester United up next in the second leg of our Carabao Cup. Well, I royally got that wrong at the start of today's episode. I thought the games against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup were for the quarterfinals. They're in fact for the semi-finals, meaning if we beat United, which were already 5-1 up from the first leg, if we beat them, we land ourselves a place in the final of the Carabao Cup and in a potential position to win another piece of silverware. Very happy that we're now in the semi-finals because we're nearly at the end of the Carabao Cup, which is great news. We've also got the FA Cup going on, the Premier League, the Champions League. We've got a lot of football going on at the moment. But to win the Carabao Cup, although the board don't expect it, they want us to win the FA Cup more than the Carabao Cup, it'd be a great competition to win. It'd be a great boost for the lads if we win it. And I think winning 5-1 over Manchester United in the first leg, we should be able to cruise this with it being today's simulated game. Of course, I've put a few more big names into the team now. I know that it's the semi-finals, but I'm excited for this game against Ollie's Manchester United. The wheels seem to have fell off, and hopefully we can show that in the simulated game today. But before we dive into that game, we've had an email that we probably didn't want. We've had an email coming in showing interest from Real Madrid for Milan Skriniar. They have offered £87.2 million for the Inter Milan man. 87 million. And he's got a chance of either coming to Liverpool, which is a great team. I love Liverpool, but rainy England, or go over to sunny Spain, Real Madrid. We're not going to be able to offer anywhere near that sort of amount. 87.2 million is too much. We have to leave 100 million in the kitty. We have to leave 100 million in the transfer budget. We only have, and plus he's going to be on probably about 100k, if not more. We've only got about 56 million to spend. Meaning I think Milan Skriniar, although you guys may have voted him, and by the time we record the next episode and try and buy potentially one of these players, if he is top, he's potentially already now gone to Real Madrid. So maybe you've already just voted for Skriniar and your vote might not even matter now, unfortunately. It matters in the fact that he might win, but if he's already gone to Real Madrid, there's not much we can do there. And I'm not sure we can match that unless we offer a player. And I don't really want to be offering a player. I could offer up someone like Karius or something, but we haven't really got another player in the team that has got a decent value where we could offer for Milan Skimral to see if we can bring him to Liverpool. So it's going to be a little bit of a tough one. But for now, we'll forget about the transfer. We've got to focus on this game against Manchester United. Now, in episode 11, when I called the title FIFA is broken, we lost 2-1 to Manchester United. But since then, we've played them another 3 times and we've absolutely battered them. One of those times being the first leg where we beat them 5-1. We're going into this game with a 5-1 lead on aggregate from the first leg. The team we're putting out, yep, still got a little bit of rotate. We've still got Jota in there, Daka, Milner's coming into the team. But everywhere else has pretty much got a starting 11 player because I want to make sure that first of all we score goals. You can see their lineup. They're going strong here. Immobile, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Van der Beek, Pogba, Pizzi. Now they had McTominay in there. He's gone. They've gone with Williams, Maguire, Piqué and Arias at the back. They've really strengthened up here and they've mainly bulked out the midfield and up top because they need to go and score a load of goals if they want a chance of beating us and knocking us out of the Carabao Cup. I don't see it happening, hence why I have strengthened up at the back with Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent and Alisson between the sticks because I knew they were going to bolster up top and we have to make sure we can defend that. But you can see the lineup we're putting out. We've got Diego Jota out on the left wing, Patson Daka at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Naby Keita linking up with James Milner in the central midfield roles. A little deeper, we've got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, then Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. Let's get this game underway. Get the players warmed up. We're going into this game 5-1 up. Even though it's simulated and away from home, we really shouldn't bottle this. If we manage to lose this and get knocked out, I will be amazed. But the way our team's been playing at the moment, even then against Huddersfield, we had to dig deep, we had to be patient, we waited, and eventually we got the result. But it is going to be Manchester United to get us kicked off in this first half period. They're going to come at us nice and quick from the get-go. We have to defend well, and if we get an opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net, it best go in the back of the net. To Fabinho, pings it over to Patson Daka, who lays it off to Naby Keita, over the top now for Diego Jota to run to. Unfortunately, it's going to be played back. Jota wins it. Daka, back to Salah, back to Daka, and it's 1-0, thanks to Patson Daka. That is not what Ollie would have wanted. Ollie needed that first crucial goal. We get it, it's 6-1. And then Manchester United are in trouble now, and if I was a betting man, I'd be betting on Ollie to get sacked in the morning. Got a lot of pressure on Manchester United as we look to take the ball off Manchester United. The referee is going to blow for half-time. United having 60% of the ball. I expected that. I think the way that we're playing football at the moment is let the opposition off the ball. But as long as they only have it in their own half and the passing between defenders and keeper, they can have the ball all they want, especially when we are in a 6-1 position here. And Manchester United have got a lot to do. Now, I expect Ollie in the second half to probably come out for the next 10-15 minutes and just go for it. And after that, he's probably going to make subs that make no sense, and that's because he's going to give up on trying to beat us in the Carabao Cup, and he's going to focus on his Premier League game in just 2 days' time, which is fine by us as we do look to resume the second half with Patson Daka getting us kicked off. United are going to come at us here really, really strong. If we manage it well and we get through the next 10-15 minutes, we'll go on to win this game. Play it through there to Keita. Keita loses the ball. We're going to have to try and win it back here, lads. There's 7 minutes to go. We're winning this leg 1-0. Let's make sure we try and keep a clean sheet. Let's put the tackles in here. Nicely done. Go up the line now to Jota. And as we look to get a break on the go there, it's going to be pulled back for a free kick. Let's get rid of it. And let's go again here, lads. Let's go again. Go on, Keita. You've got to move into space here. Look for Jota now. Jota was out wide there. We should have looked out wide. Here comes Patson Daka now. We lose the ball, unfortunately, with Jones. Come on, lads. And there we go. The referee is going to blow that full-time whistle in the second half. We had a lot more of the ball. We managed to have 51% of the ball over 90 minutes. One shot, one chance, and that's all it took. We put it in the back of the net. We go on to beat Manchester United and all these teams 6-1. We knocked them out of the Carabao Cup, and we are through, ladies and gentlemen, to the final of the Carabao Cup. The question now is who is going to be our opponent in the final of the Carabao Cup. And for the final game in today's episode, we're back in the Premier League. And I'm excited to be playing a game in the Premier League because in the last episode, we managed to get back level with Manchester City. We are counted as being top, meaning I'm assuming we've got a better goal difference. Oh, we have by 20 goals. Wow. We've scored 60 and only conceded 18. We've got a goal difference of 42. Manchester City only 22. Even down in 5th, Spurs have got a better goal difference. than Manchester City. They're not letting in as many and they're scoring just as many. So realistically, we are miles ahead when it comes to goal difference. But what we need to focus on is starting to push on and close that gap. So what I need to do is, who are Manchester City? They're playing Everton. Are Everton going to do us a favour? Probably not. It's Everton. But Everton, if you would like to do us a favour, take 3 points off Manchester City and let me move 3 points ahead of them. We're already coming now to the end of January. We don't have long left. We've got February, March, April, May, and we're pretty much done for the season. 4 months to go. We're more than halfway through the season now, and things are going really well. I'm shocked that Gundogan, though, is second in the top goal scorer in the Premier League with 15 goals, joint with Son ahead of Stalen, Mitrovic, Aubameyang, Lanzini, Miranchuk, if that's how you pronounce his name. He's only 3 goals behind Bobby Firmino, who's been scoring for fun. And hopefully Bobby Firmino can score against Wolves up next. He's in tremendous form at the moment. Even now when I'm playing with him, he's managing to bag goals. Hopefully he can get a couple against Wolverhampton Wanderers. You can now see the lineup of Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, the captain Gini Wijnaldum linking up with Thiago in the central midfield. A little deeper, we've got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, then Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. Let's get into this game against Wolves at Anfield and hopefully bag those 3 important points. Come on, Reds, let's finish on a high. Today's episode's been another good one. Focusing there on Bobby Firmino, top scorer in the league with 18 goals. Can we get him into the 20s? Can we get him to 20 goals? He'd have to bag 2, if not more, against Wolves. Wolves are a very defensive team. I know they're going to play it around at the back a lot. I know recently that Conor Cody said in an interview with Jamie Carragher that that's what they do in the first half. They want to get in at half time 0-0, defend well, and then they go for it in the second half. They control the game well, something that we're currently doing in this Liverpool cream mode at the moment. So this is probably going to balance itself out as Bobby Firmino does get us kicked off in this first half period. Anfield, we need you bouncing. Oh, Van Dijk, you've caught him. Caught the player there, Van Dijk. Let that go. It was an accident. Let it go. Don't argue with the ref. No cards early on. Ball in. Fabinho's going to get there. We're going to bring this down with Thiago, who's going to push out. Play it over now to Bobby Firmino, who's got space to run to. I'm now going to wait for that run of Mo Salah, and we are going to have them on the counter-attack. Here comes Mo Salah. Absolutely fly him. Slide a little ball in. Sadio Mane! 1-0. Well done, Sadio. Well done. Sadio Mane and Mo Salah with a beautiful run. Just flew in behind the Wolves defence. Slid it across. I'm not sure who's in goal for him. I'm assuming Roy Patricio. But he sees Mane in the middle. Slides it across. And Mane, it was a little bit of a heavy ball there from Mo Salah. Made him run a little bit wider than he probably would have liked. Thankfully, Gini was there if the ball had gone a little bit too far. Sadio Mane manages to get there, hook his left foot around it, put it into the back of the net, and we have taken the lead in the 12th minute against Wolverhampton Wanderers. That's what we like to see, lads. It's Thiago who's going to slip a ball in behind there for Mo Salah. It's beautiful. Mo Salah comes across, referee. Okay, second look on that. Johnny certainly probably gets the ball there first. Let's look for Virgil van Dijk at the near post. Shug him off, Virgil. Ball coming in. Virgil van Dijk is going to get there and head just over. Thiago feeds the ball in behind there for Mo Salah to run to. That's a beautiful ball from Thiago. I'm hoping I can get him an assist here. And Mo Salah's going to have that ball dispossessed from Johnny. Johnny is solid at the back so far for Wolves. Although they're 1-0 down, he has been the man to keep them at only 1-0 down. They're very lucky that it is only 1 in the back of the net. Well defended. And let's move Gomez. Play that ball now. Let's go, Mo. Thiago's got you every day of the week. Thiago and Mo linking up. Mo Salah coming forwards once again. Mo Salah on his left foot. Oh, it's saved. Get it back in now to Thiago. He's going to do a little bit of skill and dancing. Fabinho. Plays over to GD, who's going to lay it off now to Robertson. Through a goal. Robertson strikes it right. Patricio gets down low and pushes it out for a Liverpool corner. Let's take it nice and quick with Virgil van Dijk being the target. Ball coming in. Virgil van Dijk is going to get there. Virgil van Dijk just over the roof of the net. Thiago to Bobby, who drops the shoulder. Loses the ball, unfortunately. He's not strong enough. Keep the defender off and ball kicked out. That's a cracking ball in behind Van Dijk. You're going to have to get across. Here comes Reece Nelson. We're going to slide in. And if I'd caught the player, it was going to be a penalty. But Reece Nelson, under pressure from the big man, Virgil van Dijk, panics and lashes that one a goal. We got very lucky there. Very, very lucky indeed. Let's go, Bobby. Go and take that ball off then, Donker. And unfortunately, the referee for us is going to blow that half-time whistle. We have dominated that first half. You know, I thought Wolves were going to go very defensive, have a lot of the ball, control the ball. Match facts say they've had a little bit more of the ball, but they've done absolutely nothing with it. Now, okay, they like to get it at half-time controlling the game. Are they controlling the game? No, they're 1-0 down. And that's going to be a problem for them if they just want to see this game out, because 1-0 is going to end 1-0, so they really need to push on in the second half. And I'm sure if they do look to push on and play the long ball in behind, as we see them do there, we're going to capitalise on that. Here's Bobby Firmino. It's a great interception from Mo Salah. Mo Salah going to ping one over the top now for Bobby Firmino. Who is there? Bobby Firmino straight into the path and the hand of Rui Patricio. It is Neves coming forwards. Let's go Gomez. Nicely done. Ball out now to the back. Firmino's going to start making his way over to this side of the pitch. I got Mo Salah on the overlap. Mo Salah going to get in behind. Mo Salah, you're going to have to go alone here. Mo Salah looks to Ben when it's a great save from Rui Patricio. Let's go Naby. Nicely done. Play that in behind now. We're not going to get it in behind, so let's go for Dennis. Dennis now moving forward. He's got a little bit of space here, but he sees Minamino forwards. Minamino, lay it off now to Gini, who dents the ball on his right foot. It's a great save from Rui Patricio. Naby Keita's going to get there. It's another great save from Rui Patricio. Wow. Gomez going to try and win the header. Weghorst is going to bring it down. Raul Jimenez now on the pitch. Should have been on the pitch from the start, in my opinion. One of the best players in the Premier League, without a doubt. They're coming forwards now. We've got to be careful. We're not going to have anyone here. We're going to slide in. We're going to lose the ball. Raul Jimenez is going to bet here for 1-1 in the 86th minute. Naby Keita will certainly have his head in his hands. He had an opportunity to score. Well, Raul Jimenez, I said he should have been on from the start. We've got to push on here now, lads. We need to go and find. We can't get a draw here. Minamino going to lay it off now to Naby Keita. In behind now, looking for Gini as the ball's played out. We've got 1 minute added on. We're going to draw this game against Wolves. We have drawn it.
Final whistle, even Steven in the end. A draw from the Liverpool point of view, Lee. What did you think of it?
Well, that's what happens when you have expectations and then you don't carry out your game plan with the hunger and determination that it requires. You end up with a very disappointing...
That's not a great result, that, you know. That is not a great result. Wolves, I literally told you their game plan at the very start, and they literally saw it out. Even though they were 1-0 down, they still defended well. Rui Patricio kept them in that game 100%. Sass kept them in the game. Johnny kept them in the game. I mean, stat-wise, unbelievable. You don't come away from a game like that and expect you to draw 1-1. 11 shots for us, 7 on target. Wolves had 2 shots, 1 on target, coming from the man that came on late into the game, Raul Jimenez, and he buried it. He got his chance and he buried it, and that is exactly what Raul Jimenez does in real life. And he's one of the most underrated players in the Premier League right now. Fabinho picks up man of the match with an 8.0, which shows us an 8.0. Our players didn't play well at all there. And we've just dropped 2 points to Wolves. We only managed 1 point, and I'm sure Manchester City will have capitalised and gone back top of the Premier League unless Everton have managed to do something for us. Right, guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. A little bit of a disappointing way to finish the episode, if I'm completely honest. I think I just done the press conference, which I don't leave in for you guys anymore, but obviously one of the questions was, did you think the game was boxed off once you took it 1-0? I did. I think that was the problem. I underestimated that Wolves would dig deep. We wouldn't find another goal because they would tighten up at the back. And if we were to open up at the back and make any defensive errors, they were going to capitalise on it. We made a defensive error. We pulled a player out of position. They capitalised. Raul Jimenez makes it 1-1. The other thing I've just noticed, and I'm glad we didn't, is although the initial offer was it 82.7 million for Milan Skinrar from Real Madrid to Inter Milan, the final figure ended up being 111.4 million. We didn't have 111.4 million to spend. We don't even have half of that to spend. So I'm glad we never even tried to approach Inter Milan to get Milan Skinrar, because he would have cost us so much money. So if he has won and come top of the straw poll, which, by the way, guys, is down below in the description and comment section, and maybe now, if you haven't voted at this point and you've seen that Skinrar's gone to Real Madrid, maybe you're going to vote for him. Maybe you now want to vote for someone else. But he has gone to Real Madrid. We're not going to be able to buy him. So we now only have really 3 other options. 2 of them being players and 1 of them being don't sign a centre-back. Umakemo's still an option. Koulibaly's still an option. And, of course, not signing a centre-back is still an option. I'm not going to advance in any more time because, of course, we've got the last 10 hours of the transfer deadline day, which I will be doing in the next episode. At the start of the episode, we will be doing the comment conference, and I promise, hand on heart this time, we will be doing the comment conference. If there's no more comments that have come in, I'll make some of my own up, but I want to get involved in the gameplay. I want to be focusing on games at the moment. We had that slip up in episode 11. I wanted to bounce back. We've certainly bounced back since then, but in episode, I think it's going to be 15, the next one, there will be a comment conference. We will be finishing off the last 10 hours of the transfer deadline day. If we make any signings, the only chance of us making a signing will be a centre-back. That'll be down to you guys if it happens or not. As we head over to the calendar, we can look at the games that lie ahead in the next episode. So we finish off the month of January and the window does close as we move into February. We then take on a difficult Chelsea, Frank Lampard's Chelsea away from home for our first Premier League game in February. We then get a nice 2 weeks break, just over 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, till we take on RB Leipzig for our first game in the knockout stages of the Champions League. I'm excited for that one. And then we take on Leicester City back at home. Brendan Rodgers coming back to Anfield to take on us, Liverpool. A little bit of a difficult one, that. It is a difficult one. And at the end of February, we take on our opponents in the final of the Carabao Cup. I didn't know who our finalists were going to be, but we now know it. It's Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. Now, we did knock them out of the FA Cup. They could seek a little bit of revenge in trying to take the Carabao Cup off us, but we won't let that happen. Oh, they drew. Oh, that's what annoys me. That is what annoys me so much. You know, we could have capitalised there. We could have had a gap. Everton held them to a draw. What was the score? That is so goddamn annoying, you know. So annoying. Scroll to the bottom. 1-1. 1-1. Just like our game. Everton hold Manchester City to a draw. If we would have won, we would now be on 57 points and 2 points ahead of Manchester City. Spurs are flying. You know, they just played Ollie's Manchester United, who we have literally just punched and smashed into the ground. I mean, they're about 10 feet under right now. Spurs have just went and battered them again. I mean, it's 2-1. But Ollie's in trouble here, and I think he's certainly going to get the sack. They're now only 2 points behind Manchester United in third. 2 points ahead of Chelsea. See, Chelsea are going to be a difficult opponent because if they beat us and Spurs were to lose their next game, they move into a Champions League spot. They're going to want that Champions League spot. Arsenal playing really poor at the moment, down in 7th. Leicester City down in 10th. Everton down in 14th. Palace, Villa and West Brom at the bottom of the league. Palace and Southampton currently joint on points. If I was to be a better man now, I would say that Burnley, Villa and West Brom are the teams to go down. Leeds doing very well to go up to 12th position, just like they are in real life. Fulham are absolutely smashing it. They're up in 11th position as well, joint on 28 points with Leeds. Fulham not doing so well in real life in the Premier League right now, but they're certainly smashing it in this save, that's for sure. So yeah, we're going to play the game against Chelsea. We're going to simulate that game against RB Leipzig. Oh no, sorry, because we're joint points. Play the game against Chelsea. Play the game against RB Leipzig. Simulate the game against Leicester and just hope we don't slip up against Leicester. The next episode, comment conference to kick us off. Finishing the transfer deadline day. I'll be looking at the straw poll in the next episode to see who you guys want me to bring in. Whether you want me to bring in one of the 3 defenders or whether you want me to leave it and not sign another defender. Obviously, Liverpool may sign one in the future, but obviously by then we'll be into season 2 and we can look at it then. But I'm thinking more for the future with Liverpool potentially buying a centre-back. Do we look at buying a centre-back? And obviously I've added ones that were linked with in real life. I was tempted to add Connor Cody. I'm not sure he's so much of a realistic signing to bring him from Wolves, Connor Cody to Liverpool. I'm not sure that's a realistic one. We'll have to see what Liverpool do in the future. But that is good for today's episode, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to ding dong that bell. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.